Well, I came out to the Dunkin' Donuts after I was on a live stream with monks. We're doing karaoke. But it's so damn hot out today. I might as well be in Manila. That buzzing you hear in the background, that's the air conditioning going. Gotta have it on. It's that damn hot. And I'm near Chicago. I'm like 20 minutes from downtown Chicago right now. This is for Gogo, the criminal neighborhood, man. Actually, we're in the Highland district right now. We're south of the expressway, where they have CCTV cameras on every friggin' pole around, so you're safe out here. But we're headed back north. This is basically, if you live in Manila, this is basically like the Makati area. South of here would be like BGC. I mean, you got your malls, your Panera Bread, you got your dog houses, stuff like that. Your strip malls. You got Arby's over on the left. You got the water pumping station here on the right. You got a red light coming up. I gotta stop. In front of us, on the right, you'll see a Fifth Third Bank. On the left, it's probably out of the picture, but there's a Johnny's Tap on the corner. They have tables with umbrellas over it out in front with their fireworks. 4th of July, little circular things over the fence. There's a Target over here on the right in the strip mall. You got a clinic up ahead on the right coming up. Just doing a little drive here to show Gogo what a criminal neighborhood this is. If you look on that pole real close, between that last, right next to that sign, it says left turn yield on green. There's a CCTV camera right there. Now I'm going to stay in the right lane. I know you guys are going to say, oh, he can't drive. Well, there's a reason for that. If I'm going to be filming, I don't want to be going 100 miles an hour. You're going to miss everything, right? See, Target, Staples, Dollar Tree, all on the right here. Taco Bell. You got the phone companies on the left, AT&T, T-Mobile. Got the Hammond Clinic coming up on the right-hand side. That big building there. That's like a nursing home, express care clinic. Now we're coming up on the expressway. And if I was to continue north past this expressway, I would be back into Hammond. The Hammond Clinic is actually in Munster. That doesn't make any sense, does it? But it is. It's called the Hammond Clinic, but it's in Munster. Wow, it looks like somebody's camping at the dirty-ass river here. Yeah, we have dirty-ass rivers in the United States, too. Over to the right, I see a cooler and some stuff there. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I got on the wide angle, because when you put it on the smaller angle, you get a bigger picture, but you don't get as clear a picture, so. And this is just vlogging with a regular cell phone. It's an LG V20. I got the headphones plugged up, so I hope the audio is better than it was when I was speaking at the camera before, when I was at Alabama. But we're not going to go north. We're going to get on the highway here. Because I want to show Gogo, because of all those criminals listed in this area where they used to hide out at, to show them where that place is at. So this is basically for all you trolls in Gogo's stream, and Gogo, and the panel members, just to show you life where I'm from, right? There we go. Look at this traffic, man. This is all coming out of the city out of Chicago. All headed eastbound right now. This isn't going to be too boring of a ride. You'll be interested, because I'll keep chatting. And you know I can talk my ass off, as that one person said in Big Kev's chat, Fuzzy's mouth moves like a duck's ass, so whatever. Now this here, if I stay in this lane, I got to get off on the boulevard here, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stay where the Walmart's at, and where the license branch is at, and where the White Castle is at, and what else is there? All kinds of crap. Is there a pilot truck stop? All kinds of shit. Cabela's. People were asking me about Cabela's. It'll be coming up on the right. You'll see the sign sticking up above this wall. The reason that wall is there is that's sound protection for the neighborhood. People have houses in the neighborhood. That's to keep them from having to hear all the traffic sound going past their houses at all hours of the day. It's like a sound block. That's the only reason it's there. Insulate the neighbors from the sound. So there's a sign coming up now. I can see it really good, but you guys probably can't. But you will in a minute. It says Cabela's and Walmart. They're right there next to each other. So speaking of buying guns, if I wanted to go buy a shotgun right now, I could walk into Walmart or Cabela's, show them ID, and purchase one. Because it's not a handgun, so you don't have to wait on a shotgun or a rifle. You just have to wait on handguns. Traffic is something else. It is 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So a lot of people are starting to get off work and shit, going home. So that's why the traffic is so bad. I mean, you come through here at like 10 o'clock in the morning or whatever, it's not going to be that bad. Here comes your sign off to the right there. Cabela's, Walmart. It's there. I don't know how good you can see it, but it's there. That would be Indianapolis Boulevard South, which is 41, Highway 41, US, going south. Got a shitload of fireworks stands open. I guess people make their money every year just selling fireworks. That's all they do. Open up during the holidays, sell fireworks, and make a shit ton of money, and then they work the rest of the year. I guess it's lucrative business if people ain't got money to buy food and shit, but you have to go out and buy a $300 pack of fireworks so they can blow off fireworks all night long. Which is stupid because they have fireworks shows around there anyway. You can see it for free. I mean, fantastic shows. Blow off a shit ton of fireworks. So why would you go out and spend your hard-earned money or the stuff you could buy your kids' school clothes with, or the stuff you could buy food with or pay your bills with, on shit that's going to explode in 2 seconds later? So you might as well set fire to the money. Set fire to the money, set it on the ground, same damn shit. So here's the exit here at Kennedy Avenue. So when we get off here, we will be on the border of Highland and Hammond. Highland's not a ritzy neighborhood, but it's upper middle class. And this was the actual south border of Hammond. And they had a bunch, I mean, it was like a huge complex. It was called the Kennedy Park Apartments. They tore it down about, maybe 5 years ago, just taking a guess. Tore it to the ground, man. All the way to the ground. Used to go down the highway and see billboards up. This person is wanted for murder. This person is wanted for pedophilia. This person is wanted for rape. This person is wanted for whatever. You know? They had their pictures plastered all over the billboards. Call the sheriff's office at this number, you know. So I'm going to show you where that was at. We're going to cross over the road here. Oops, yep, he went over a double white line. Getting over to the turn lane. So I do know how to drive. Okay, now we're in a turn lane. Now the apartments used to be right here to the left. Now it's more like a park. You'll see as we pull through here. The road gets a little bumpy. Yeah, I noticed they got all this money up here in Northwest Indiana, but they never fixed the goddamn roads, you know. You're driving through here and hit a hole, and next thing you gotta do, you gotta buy a rim for your car, a tire for your car, everything. See all those trees there? That used to be where the apartments began. Yeah, you got nice light poles put in now, and you got the Hampton Inn Suites here on the right. On the left, I don't think you can see it, but there's a craft brewery here. It's called Byway Brewing. Come down through here. We're going past the Hampton Inn Suites. Then you got a Holiday Inn Express. Up there's a bump. We're gonna take our time. A bump, bump. There's your Holiday Inn Express on the right. These used to all be Kennedy Park apartments. You know, little ghetto apartments, you know, cockroach-ridden places that you could get cheap, and then all the criminals and crap used to hide in these places, you know. Well, the city got smart, and they finally tore the son of a bitch down. Buffalo Wild Wings on the right here. B-dubs, as you guys call it, right? They're open. Dining is open. You can go into B-dubs and get wings if you like them. I'm not a chicken wing guy, man. I'm more of a breast man, you know, or thighs. I like chicken thighs. Now this is where the road gets really crap. So if the camera falls over, you know, shame on me. I'll just drive slower. This is the service road. As you can see, the wall is on our left now. The highway's on the other side of that. But you see there's a little like lake recreational area back in here. You got places where the people like Brian can come up and meet here in this little driving area here and get scandalous and do each other's, you know. Oral on the run. Pull up in the park and do your thing. You don't have to pay for a hotel room. So you can see the traffic on the left on the back. And we're going along here and along here, but the road's getting a little better. Still scandalously freaking paved. They need to repave this whole road. But I'm not the mayor and I'm not in politics, so, you know, what do I have to say about it? Not a damn thing except to complain, right? It's really not a bad area to live in if you pick the right spot to live in. But, I mean, like, look, it's summertime here now. I might as well be living in Manila. It's like 90 degrees out, 80% humidity. What the hell? What is 90 degrees Celsius? I think what, 30s like 100. So it's hot. Let's put it that way. It's hot. So you got a fireworks stand, billboard coming up here. You got some industries up here on the right. You got your poster for the quick bet fast kiosks at the sports book at the Munster coming up on the right here. That's my casino. That's my second home, man. Except they're not booking baseball bets now because there is no baseball because of the virus. People in their SUVs are passing me because I'm going too slow and they're in a hurry to get somewhere nowhere fast. Right? Then you got your Motel Road here. You got the Best Western. You got the Hotel 6, where all the hoes stay at, right? The Hotel 6. You got the Quality Inn Suites. That's mostly filled up with truckers. They're in town going to trucking school. Then you have X-Fantasy Gentlemen's Club. Woo! You don't have to go to Angeles City to watch strippers. They're right here. What do you need to go to Angeles City for? Might cost you a little more for a lap dance, and you're definitely not going to pay a bar fine unless you talk it out with them personally and pay them some big heavy bucks to go with you. And you're still probably not going to get the same product that you're going to get over there. You're going to get some taco. Right? Now we're on a service road. The highway used to come in right here, but they had so many accidents. There was a Burger King and Denny's right there. They had so many people coming off that off-ramp that got into accidents, so they made this long-ass 1 mile service road going into Highland where you have to loop around to get back onto 912 North, which is Klein Avenue. And they did that to prevent the accidents, but it put them out of business because, you know, people will drive off the off-ramp to get to the Denny's, and they'll go off the off-ramp to get to the Burger King. But they're not going to drive a mile in and a mile back out just to stop for a burger while they're traveling. So that basically when they closed off that part of the highway, they were coming off the off-ramp. They kind of killed those businesses. Now Highland, like I said, it's more of like a upper middle class. It's not really, it's not like Bonifacio in Manila, but it's upper middle class. And I can show you another apartment complex. Matter of fact, I can show you one right now. I'm gonna do that. I'm actually gonna do this. Is a spur of the moment. This is like a live stream, but it's not. It's a video. Okay. It's just you can't say shit back unless you put it in the comments. So if you want to put something in the comments, go ahead. Add it to the comments, especially you, Gogo, because I'm making this especially for you. Because you're talking about this criminal element in this area here, which there's criminal elements everywhere. Okay, not just here. You said there's no criminals that live around you. How do you know the guy next door to you might be a sex offender? Because I don't believe they have to register there, but they have to register here. Excuse the cough, it's not COVID, it's smoking. I got me my latte from Dunkin' Donuts, which is really good. They're better than Starbucks, and they're about the same price. Stay tuned, people, because this is going to get interesting here. Might be slow now because I'm stopped at a traffic light. Not going to walk through it. You never know. Maybe if you wish evil thoughts at me, I might get in an accident while I'm filming, right? Say, oh, Philip Baggio, crash your freaking car, man. So we're going south into Highland now. And I told you this is basically an upper middle class neighborhood. You see there's a church on the right hand side here and everything, right? We're covering that. This is right off of the extension line, 912. You got a Speedway. You got a BP gas station on the left. Gas prices right now they're right across from each other. The Speedway's charging $2.08 for unleaded. The BP's charging 7 cents more, $2.15. If you get a car wash, it's even cheaper. I need to get that rattling noise out of my air conditioning off, but it's too hot, man. I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that. I mean, with the headphones on, maybe it's going to eliminate that a little bit. If I put it on high, you'll just get that whoosh. I don't know how bad this is going to sound. I'll look at it before I upload it. But as you can see, we're coming into the Highland neighborhood. The houses here aren't that bad, I mean, it's not like it's a shit neighborhood or anything. I mean, it's upper middle class. You have to be making at least like 65, 70,000 a year to be living out here, unless you're renting. That's the case. See, that's what I'm gonna show you about the United States. How good neighborhoods get turned into shitty ass neighborhoods, right? See, you could have had this corner lot here, where the guy looks like he didn't cut his grass, but he should have, because he's bringing the value of the property next to it down by not taking care of his property. But you could have had like a $250,000 house built here, and because of what I'm about to show you, that devaluates it by about $100,000. We're coming up on Ridge Road. I talked to Gogo about Ridge Road in his chat earlier today. I told him if you live south of Ridge Road, you'd be okay. But north of Ridge Road, it starts getting a little dodgy, right? And that's correct, So this will show you that I really don't lie. And I'm not stuck on myself or anything, And I'm not trying to exaggerate. I'm just telling the truth. Here we come, coming up on the light at Ridge Road. We're going to make a left-hand turn here, headed towards Gary, which that place is like Mogadishu, Somalia. Buildings are all boarded up and shit. Okay, here we go. Now we're making a left turn. Now you see the plazas. You got Jiffy Lube on the right, White Castle. You got the Big K, Pizza Hut. You got your gas station on the right with the DQ, Dairy Queen, Grill and Chill. You got a BMO Bank. You got a Subway. You got a Foot Locker coming up here in the mall on the left. So you got your businesses and stuff. If you turn right here, you go into Griffith, which is a smaller town. They're connected. It's all interconnected. This is an urban area. It's just like Manila. You know how you got Makati, and then you got BGC, and you got that place where JLB goes all the time. I can't think of what the name of that place is right now, but you know how they're all interconnected, like Quezon City. That's how this area is. This is an urban area. I mean, one neighborhood runs into the next, and then the next. And if you don't know where you're at, then you don't know where you're going. I mean, that's basically how it is. We got a Pepe's Mexican restaurant on the left here in Cantina. You can drink in there. They serve alcohol. You got a tobacco shop and a Boost Mobile on the right. We're coming up. Where we're going to, just so I don't want to keep you waiting too long here. But where we're going to this is called the Munster Apartments. Well, when they tore down the Kennedy Park, this was already here, the Munster Apartments. It was actually financed. I think Walter Payton, the old Chicago Bear that died from the liver disease, I believe he had a percentage ownership in it. And then they sold that out. There's a Griffith police car in front of us right there. GriffithIndiana.gov. Police car number 74. Griffith Police. www.griffith.indiana.gov. PD. Sitting on the right. And as you can see, nobody has bum rushed my vehicle or tried to carjack me or anything, but yet I'm going to show you what this neighborhood looks like. That's probably why he's turning in to check it out himself. Oh, they're called the Park West. Since I got right, they changed the name now. It's not called the Mansards anymore. It's called the Park West Apartments. And what they're doing is they're putting advertising in the paper, trying to upgrade and charge more money and make it look like it's a fancy country club, which it isn't. Okay, here's a gate shack. They used to have a guard in this shack for a while, but as you can see, no need for a shack now. But it looks like a gated community, right? Nah, it's a ghetto. It is a ghetto. See these apartments here? You can move in here for probably, if you're single, $800,000 a month, something like that. Maybe cheaper. I have no idea. They got a sign here, leasing office. This is why neighborhoods go bad. You got people who lived here all their lives. They own their homes, They built their homes on lots, And then people put up these apartment complexes like this. And then anybody, and I mean anybody, can just move right into the damn neighborhood. Pay the rent. If their credit's good, boom, they're in an apartment. And where they living at? Right next to where you live. So when you go to your Dunkin' Donuts, they can go to your Dunkin' Donuts. So it's a class system, just like in the Philippines. It's a class system. You either live in a classy neighborhood or you don't. In the Philippines here, you can just rent in a classy neighborhood and you're like infiltrating the neighborhood with riffraff. How do you know that some serial killer didn't move into this building here on the right? You don't know. How do you know that there isn't a ring of criminals, burglary ring, living in this building here on the left, You just don't know. There's the Griffith cop. He's checking something out, the one that went in before me. He's definitely checking somebody out. Yes, I will. If he starts to beat on that black lady, I will go over there and intervene. You know what he was doing? Take a guess. You want me to go back and show you? He was helping her get in her car. He was actually helping her get in her car. Okay? BLM.